Thank you, Madam Chair. And Madam Chair, let me commend you for holding this open hearing. In my view, these kind of open hearings are key to robust intelligence oversight, and it allows the American people to be part of an informed debate about policy to protect both our security and liberty, and it's being done once again without in any way disclosing the details of secret operations, and I commend you for that. Gentlemen, you talked in your opening statements about the damage that was done by the recent disclosures. I believe any government official who thought that the intrusive, constitutionally flawed surveillance system would never be disclosed was ignoring history. As senators pointed out on the Senate floor 2 years ago, even a quick read of history shows that in America, the truth always managed to come out. Notwithstanding the extraordinary professionalism and patriotism of thousands of dedicated intelligence professionals, the leadership of your agencies built an intelligence collection system that repeatedly deceived the American people. Time and time again, the American people were told one thing about domestic surveillance in public forums, while government agencies did something else in private. Now these secret interpretations of the law and violations of the constitutional rights of Americans have become public. Your agencies face terrible consequences that were not planned for. There's been loss of trust in our intelligence apparatus here at home and with friendly foreign allies, and that trust is going to take time to rebuild. And in my view, this loss of trust undermines America's ability to collect intelligence on real threats. And every member of this committee knows there are very real threats out there. Your joint testimony today blames the media and others. But the fact is, this could have been avoided if the intelligence leadership had been straight with the American people and not acted like the deceptions that were practiced for years could last forever. I hope this is a lesson that your agencies are going to carry into the future. I also want to note that I think it's very helpful that Senator Feinstein mentioned the markup that would be held next week with respect to her bill. Yesterday, Senator Udall and I, with Senator Paul and Senator Blumenthal, introduced bipartisan reform legislation as well, and we will, as part of that markup, advance our proposal, and suffice it to say, I think we all know we'll have a vigorous debate on those issues. Now, with respect to questions, let me start with you, General Alexander, and as you all know, it's my practice to notify you in advance so there won't be any surprises about the kinds of issues that I'm going to get into. And Director Alexander, Senator Udall, and Senator Heinrich, and I, along with about 24 other senators, have asked in the past whether the NSA has ever collected or made any plans to collect Americans' cell site information in bulk. What would be your response to that?
Senator, on July 25th, Director Clapper provided an unclassified written response to this question, amongst others, as well as a classified supplement with additional detail. Allow me to reaffirm what was stated in that unclassified response. Under Section 215, NSA is not receiving cell site locational data and has no current plans to do so. As you know, I indicated to this committee on October 20th, 2011, that I would notify Congress of NSA's intent to obtain cell site location data prior to any such plans being put in place. As you may also be aware,
General,
I expressed...
If I might, just...
I still have a few more because it does...
I think we're all familiar with it. That's not the question I'm asking respectfully. I'm asking, has the NSA ever collected or ever made any plans to collect American cell site information? That was the question that we still respectfully, General, have not gotten an answer to. Could you give me an answer to that?
We did. We sent that in both... Please allow me to continue. As you're also aware, I expressly reaffirmed to this commitment to the committee on June 25th, 2013. Finally, in the most recent and now declassified opinion renewing this program, the FISA court made clear in footnote number 5 that notice to the court and a briefing would be required if the government were to seek production of cell site location information as part of the bulk production of call detail records. Additional details were also provided in the classified supplement to Director Clapper's July 25th response to this question. So what I don't want to do, Senator, is put out in an unclassified forum anything that's classified here. So I'm reading you exactly. So we sent both of those to you. I saw what Director Clapper sent, and I agree with it.
General, if you're responding to my question by not answering it because you think that's a classified matter, that is certainly your right. We will continue to explore that because I believe this is something the American people have a right to know, whether the NSA has ever collected or made plans to collect cell site information. I understand your answer. I'll have additional questions on the next round. Thank you, Madam Chair.